and welcome to episode 3 of Ask WSO. Again, my name is Isabella, and today we're going to be going over investment banking salary. So a lot of people out there have a lot of questions about exactly how much salary is for investment banking, dependent on the year, what position you are exactly, etc. And so today we're going to be going over the average figures, as well as really in detailed reports that we've gone over on Wall Street Oasis that we've collected on a daily basis on there. So I'm going to be going over all of that, and just beforehand, a little glimpse. I am going to be screen recording so you can see how to do this whole process on your computer as well. So let's get started. Alrighty, everybody, to dive straight into the topic of investment banker salary and bonus, here we are. So this is the general collective data that we've got on Wall Street Oasis from a ton of entries. These are updated on a regular basis, and this is more like the information that you're going to get online. It's very general, and honestly, it doesn't give you too much insight, which is why our site makes it a priority to go into a lot more depth. So just to start going over it, here you can see that Analyst first year, it says 70 to 150K. So that already leaves you with the question mark, although you have a general number like, okay, $70,000 to $150,000. I'm going to be making six figures in around this range. But as you start to move down a little bit, you'll see Vice President says 350,000 to 1.5 million. There's a huge difference there already. And then Managing Director to Partner is 500 to $20 million. So that's showing you a huge disparity there as well. Another issue that you might see on most sites is that it's going to say Analyst third year 120 to 350,000. Great. Associate first year 150,000 to 350,000. So in your head you might be thinking Analyst third year is going to make the exact same as an associate. It could be a little bit confusing for you. And then even here it's saying an associate makes anywhere from 250 to 500,000. So if an associate is making that, how could a vice president make that to start off with? So it presents a lot of questions in your head, and the reason there's such a disparity here is because of bonuses and different companies. Different companies are going to bring you a lot of different amounts of compensation. So what I'm going to do is scroll on down to the investment banking report, and here you're going to get a lot more specific information. Now when I open this, it's going to show you immediately that this is as of October 2019. Everything is updated on a daily basis. So here you go. This is the total average compensation for bulge bracket banks. And as you can see, it separates the salary and the bonus. So if you guys are looking for really particular information on a certain bank, you're going to get it here. As you can see, first year Analyst here, you can put your mouse over it. It's saying that the average salary is $87,000. However, the bonus is $40,000. So when you compute the two together, that's how you're going to get your general estimate. They do the same for the summer positions as well. The second year Analyst is around $150,000. Third year 170, associate 225. And this is overall collective data of the bulge bracket banks. And if you want more information on what banks are in there, it's going to be B of A, Merrill Lynch, Barclays, Citigroup, Credit Suisse, Deutsche Bank, etc. All of those big ones are in there, and if you have more questions, all of them are listed right here. If you scroll down on here, it's going to go a little bit more into detail on, which banks pay what in comparison to each other. And this is only between bulge bracket banks. So if you're comparing them, you have a ton of info right here. You can click average base and sort it by the largest. So right here, as you can see, Citigroup has the largest. However, their bonus isn't the largest. Deutsche Bank's is the largest. So it gives you a good comparison. And that's for every position. Same with first year Analyst, intern associate, second year, third year, etc. So you're getting a ton of data on here that, like I said, gets updated on a daily basis, and this is all just for the bulge bracket banks. Now, if you scroll down, you can even find the same information for other banks. So not only are you going to get it for the main ones, you're going to get it for all of these that are listed down below. So some of those include Blackstone Group, Jefferies, etc. And all of those are listed right here, and you can see. And contrary to popular belief, some of these banks actually pay more than the bulge bracket banks because, the bulge bracket banks know, hey, we have a great name. We know you're going to want to work for us. So, we're not going to pay you as much. So that's where you can weigh it out. Do I care more about a higher salary or a brand name on my resume? And this also does a breakdown. Now, something I didn't mention is that you can sort by sex, race, etc., just to see if there's a disparity. And we also have this down here where you can see a yearly trend on, hey, this salary for an intern has been going up. It peaked in 2017 and it went back down. For first year analysts, it peaked in 2018 and went down. Same thing for second and third year analysts. However, it went up in 2019 based on our findings and our collected data. So this is a really good general page for comparisons. However, we offer something even more in depth, and that you can get by clicking right here at the top at the WSO company database. Right here, you're going to get a ton of information. So if you're concerned about a particular bank, let's say I wanted to work at Citigroup, I'm just going to go ahead and search that. And when I look it up, immediately I'm going to get this result down here. You can see 1,423 salary entries, 729 interview insights, 475 company reviews. So I'm getting a ton of data on this company. And not only is it going to get in particular about the salaries, but it's going to show me, out of the hardest interviews out of 30, it's number 16. Out of best pay, it's 10 out of 30. Best work-life balance, it's 30 out of 30. So that's considered pretty bad. So depending on what you care about, this is going to help you a lot in making your decisions. You can also click over here on all salaries, and you're going to get a lot of great info. So here it's computing all the data we've gotten over the past years. It says median base pay is $83,000, median bonus pay is $40,000, and the total median pay is $123,000. Now, again, that can be considered kind of general. So this is where the really different part comes in. And what you can do is click position. So let's say I'm going to be an analyst and I'm going to be working in New York and I'm going to be in investment banking. I can hit filter salaries right here, and it's going to give me a list of up-to-date ones just from this year, what their pay rate was, what their bonus was. So this person said that their pay rate was larger than this person's, but they got no bonus. So that's why it's so important to check these things. We also have a separate section for interns, separate section for higher positions as well. So if you're more concerned like, hey, I'm going to be, a second year, third year analyst, you're still able to differentiate that over here and get really specific. Again, the ability for you to compare things is always available to you, and you can even click on similar companies over here. So after you've checked out all the info on this site, you can say, you know what, I'm going to check with B of A Merrill Lynch. And here, the best work-life balance is significantly higher. So you might say, hey, that's going to change my decision. So, the reason I'm showing this is because, like I said, online, you're going to get a lot of general information. Even if you go on Glassdoor or these other sites, they might not get as specific. And the reason for that is because we allow people to do everything on here totally anonymously. And some other sites offer that as well. But since we're very particular and niche in finance, we got a ton of data over the past couple of years that have really helped polish this info. So I really think that if you're looking for a very specific salary, that's what you should do. However, like I mentioned on that front page that we went over, those were the general numbers. And if you want to go to a specific bank, like I said, Citigroup, you have those numbers right here. If you wanted to check out another bank, Morgan Stanley, you have the ability to do that as well. You're also able to check out, like I said, interviews, overall reviews, etc. So you can really get very specific in here, and that's what most people have been looking to find. Alrighty guys, so I hope this video was helpful to you. If you have any niche or particular questions, please feel free to reach out to me again as always. And like I mentioned previously, this is all available on the Wall Street Oasis website. If you want to get really particular on there, it's best to make an account. Otherwise, you're going to have something that says preview this or unlock this specific area. And that area is going to be already unlocked if you make an account with us. And you're going to have a ton of other available resources. I'm most likely going to be doing a video going over other salaries, which include consulting or private equity, because we have a ton of info on the database about just particular salaries, since it's one of the most researched questions when people get into investment banking. So if you have any more questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Please make your Wall Street Oasis account and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and you thought it was helpful. Again, have a great day, and I hope you tune into the next episode. Take care.